Adventurous kids, explore with education and learning what a wild life is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West Adventurous Kids, learning and fun. Adventurous Kids!
Today I'm going to tell you about arcades. Before consoles ruled living rooms and mobile games fit in your pocket, there was once a place where video game magic truly came alive. The arcade. Flashing lights, the rhythmic clatter of buttons, and the hum of machines filled the air, creating a sensory overload that drew people in like moths to neon flames. Arcades weren't just about games, they were vibrant social spaces where strangers became rivals. And high scores were the only language that mattered. The best part about that was, at least you got us kids and teenagers outside the house. Coin-operated carnival games are like the games you find at a fair, but they are automated. You often play these games to win prizes or tickets. You can trade these tickets for bigger prizes. Some well-known examples are skee-ball and whack-a-mole. The very first amusement arcades were known as penny arcades. They first opened way back in the 1800s. Who knew? These early arcades had games called bagatelles. These games were a bit like billiards or pinball. Check out the Adventurous Kids episode on pinball to learn more about pinball. Arcades began gaining traction in the late 1970s with early hits like Space Invaders and Asteroids drawing massive crowds. But it was in the 1980s, often called the golden age of arcades. Let's not forget the golden age of rock and roll, that the phenomenon truly exploded. Titles like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Galaga, and Street Fighter, where the Street Fighter fans transformed dimly lit rooms into battlegrounds of reflex and strategy. Every machine told a story, and every quarter dropped was a ticket to digital glory. The culture impact of arcades went far beyond gameplay. For many, they were a rite of passage, a place to hang out after school, challenge a friend, or simply escape into pixelated worlds. They played a critical role in the rise of competitive gaming, with local champions and nationwide tournaments paving the way for what we now know as esports. Even the design of the machines, with their iconic artwork and distinctive sounds, became an art form in itself. However, by the late 1990s and early 2000s, the rise of home consoles and online gaming led to a slow decline in arcade popularity. With technology evolving rapidly, the need to leave home to play top-tier games faded. Many arcades closed, and their once glowing halls fell silent. Yet the story didn't end there. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of retro arcades and barcades, a fusion of nostalgia and nightlife that brings classic cabinets back to life for a new generation. Today, arcades live on as symbols of gaming's roots, places where skill, memory, and community intersect. Whether you're chasing a high score or reliving your childhood, stepping into an arcade is like stepping into history. The sounds may be old, but the excitement that never fades. Hoorah for Tekken! Thanks so much for watching this gaming episode of Adventurous Kids. Blessed be.
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids.
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids. Adventurous